Yes, I can. What about you?
I can hear you loud and clear. How are you today?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm really good, really good. Thank you for asking. And how was your so far? How was your day today?
It's pretty good, and there's nothing serious happened.
Nothing serious. Okay, so I saw something that is on TV,
Yes.
and this is something that will be, for example, for this year. This is something that will be really nice and interesting, a relaxing topic. Now, I want to try to have one relaxing topic about Olympic Games. So this year we will have Olympic Games. So what do you think? I want to ask you, what do you think about Olympic Games? This year will be in Paris, in France. What do you think? Do you like to watch Olympic Games? Did you watch 2 or 3 years ago Olympic Games?
I think that I might want to say saw some videos about it. So I think that very interesting, and I hope that I can see it once for once.
Mhm.
But I don't know like the address to go to that. I don't know how to watch that.
Mhm. Okay, and which sport? Okay, we have here a lot of sports that will be on the Olympic Games. So, which sport, for example, the most attracts you that you want to see on the Olympic Games?
I think there's only football.
Football. Okay, why did you choose football?
I think that football is like very interesting, and I think I like while watching football. And I think that football is like the most watched
Watched.
sports of all time. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, and we have here some other sports. Here we have, for example, running, swimming. Okay, badminton. This is something that is maybe also related to your country. Table tennis. Asian countries are really good in badminton, table tennis. So, what do you think about these sports? Are you going to watch some of these sports?
Yeah, and I also like watching badminton too.
Mhm. Okay. Now, and why?
I think that's the only sport that I can play.
Okay. Now, this is the only sport that you can play. Okay. Now, and what about, for example, some other sports that your country is good at? What are some other sports that your country, for example, can be good at?
I think that I only know about like football. So every football match that I think that everybody sits next to the TV and watch them.
Mhm.
So I think that people in Vietnam that only cares about any football match because some other subject, some other like sports that like they don't make trends or they don't as popular as football. And I think because it's very easy to play and it's very fun.
Okay, and how is the atmosphere, for example, when there is a football match or when there is something? So, how is the atmosphere, for example, on the Olympic Games in Hanoi? For example, in a lot of cities, you have everyone is hyped, everyone is exciting. So,
Yeah.
how about in your school? Is this a popular topic with your friends when you would speak about?
No, I think that I don't usually talk to with them because I don't know anything about football.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know
Uh,
anything about. I don't know the rules, or I don't know like any people in the football match.
mhm. Okay. And how about rules in badminton? Okay, let's try to explain me some rules in badminton because this is the sport that is really popular in Asia. Okay, can you try to explain me about the rules in badminton?
To be honest, I also don't know rules about badminton. I just like using the racket and like trying to pull like this is it. I think that I would try to like wait. I think that I would try to like pull the badminton ball against the opponent and then pull back and forth until that like falling down. With some time that I miss, So it just fall down, and whether the either me or the opponent that the badminton ball is stay in, that the opposite will get a point. I only know about that. Others that I still have no idea how that works.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and how about table tennis? Do you know any rules, for example, about table tennis?
No, because I don't watch it. I also don't know how to play it.
How is this possible? Okay.
Yeah, I only know about how to play badminton.
Okay, and how about your let's say your I want to ask you about your let's say your friends, or with your let's have a look with your we have here some of your friends that are playing some badminton. Okay, so do they, for example, like to play some sports? Do you play some sports during your PE classes? So do you have something like this in your let's say country?
I think that in my PE class, that after doing like the first thing, there is like doing all the kind of exercises for the day, that my PE teacher will like have me free time, so we can do whatever we want. So some of the boys like playing football. So about me, I think we just walk around until the end of the class because I have nothing to do.
Okay.
Nobody brings the racket and the ball outside.
Okay.
Because my PE class is, I think it's different day than my day-to-day that I play badminton, which is Thursday, but the PE class is Wednesday, and we only have PEs once a week. So just is like that means that I never play badminton with my friends because I don't have any opportunity.
Okay, so you don't have any opportunity to play it, but okay, and about some sports that, for example, girls like in your school. Do they like some sports?
No, I have never seen girls like playing sport before. I only know about girls can play sports. There are like football girl, volleyball for girl, table tennis for girl, and many more. Every sport that divided into a male and female. But in my school, I recently know when I mentioned that when you look outside in the area where the student plays in break time, I notice that most of them is boys, almost 95%. I nearly can't see any girls play because they're like they're either like weak or they don't know how to play that. So all of my girls in my class that they don't know how to play any sport.
Okay, interesting. Interesting, yes. Because when I was young, we used to play a lot of different types of the sports. You mentioned that volleyball is a girl sport. Is that right?
Yeah, but they're also for boys. Every sport that can be played with male and female.
Because I used to play volleyball when I was let's say about your age. I start age of your brother. I started to play volleyball. So yeah, this is something that is interesting, definitely. Okay, and what I want to ask you here. Okay, we have here some sports. I want to ask you about other things that are interesting. For example, to play. What other activities, for example, you have here in your school? Okay, so what are some other activities besides sport? Besides, what else can be interesting to play for your age in your school?
So I think that, like, considering the huge amount of homeworks that we have to do, and also the huge amount of outer classes, I think that most of the girls and also some boys that like using the break time to like just doing the rest of the homework, so they can spend some extra time like playing or doing anything else at the home. So I'm grade 8 now, and tomorrow is my test. So every single break time in today that I'm like do my homework and try to revise all the lessons, because tomorrow is literature, the hardest.
Yeah.
I think let's say that the hardest subject just besides art, if it me.
Okay, I
So
used to have I used to have a class with your brothers. He also mentioned to me that this is one of the hardest subjects that you're having, literature. Okay, and he mentioned to me that it's really hard for him to learn about. Okay, okay. I don't know what to say, but this is something that for myself, when I was your age, we didn't had literature, so much literature during the uh, our classes. We used to have only the most important classes were math, science, physics, chemistry, something like this, geography, history, my native language, and English. Okay, and when you, for example, I want to ask you. Okay, you mentioned about your exams. Okay, I know that you used to have exams.
yes.
What next exams do you have in the upcoming future?
Upcoming future that I have 8 subjects. I have a test.
Again.
That is yes, literature. I think that I have 2 terms, and each term had 2 tests, so 4 tests total. But this is test for all of the subjects. So I think that I will count that how many subjects I have that have a test. Literature is 1, math is 2, English is 3, IT is 4, PE is 5, geography is 6, history is 7, music is 8.
Music.
Yes, music is 8. Chemistry and physics are grouped into
together, like science.
Science, so 9. And let me see as my timetable to like make sure that I don't miss anything. So about I think that about the 9 subjects, but maybe that I can look back. So I will look here. I think it's the end of it. Yes. So a total of 9 subjects plus 4 semesters is 36 tests in a year. So that's when I'm not mentioned 50-minute test, 45 minutes test, 1 class test. That's kind of small tests that students have to attempt to do. And the frequency is about twice per month. They're twice per month. If I said that about 7 out of 9 subjects that have a test for it, which means that we will get an average of 70 tests per year. Per year, about 70 tests.
70 tests per year.
Yes.
Oh, this is
but
so
this
much.
is only me, because I have a lot of subjects. But come back to grade 1. I think they only have literally about 10 per year, because they don't have much subjects.
Yes, but when I compare, for example, your subjects and what are you are doing during these subjects, it's completely different when I was around your age. For example, I want to give you an example, but we didn't have I don't know, music. Okay,
Yes.
but I have a lot of questions.
Yes.
Okay,
So you
first,
ask me.
How music tests. Okay, so for example, if you're not good at music, if you don't have a good, let's say, listening music skills,
Yes.
how do you do your music test? Okay, for example, I have some friends, they cannot play instruments. They don't know. They want to learn, but they don't know. They are not for
Don't
music.
know how to start.
Yes. So how you have music test?
So the music task here is very easy. You learn some songs and you sing back it. There are only 2 requirements. Correct. The lyrics is correct and the tone is correct. You don't have to be good. Because music is like a compulsory subject. So if you have enough points that you can easily pass it, it's very easy. You don't have to play any musical instruments. Like you don't have to like being a singer or musician to be good at music. all you need is like learning by heart the songs and sing it back with correct tones and lyrics. That's all. You will get treated at 10 or A plus. It's very easy.
Okay, but if you get good lyrics, if you know every word, if your tone, let's say it's okay,
Yeah.
but your voice is not okay. So your voice is bad. You don't know to sing, but you know the lyrics. You.
I think that you say that only correct for a few students with the throat had some problems, but in my class nobody have that, and everybody pass.
Okay, this is something that is interesting. I will fail definitely because I don't know to sing. I know the lyrics. I'm very familiar with a lot of songs, but I can say, for example, speak. Okay, say the lyrics. Okay, but the tone is something that, for example, I'm not so good at because I don't have that voice, for example, to be. But I understand what you want to say. Okay, and I just want to come back on math because we used to have. This is like
one math class instead of English.
What? What?
Do you mention that the previous class that we study entirely for math? I think you mostly know it.
Math.
Yes, it's kind of hard.
I didn't mention about our test. We used to have like I don't know how to say it. So when I was your age, around your age, we used to have in a primary and a high school, all the older grades of primary school, we used to have something like one big test. Okay, let's say I will call this because I don't know how to translate to your language. Okay, so this is one big test. For example, we start school at September 1st and we end for example, approximately somewhere around the new year. Okay, so we used to have one big test and two small tests.
Yes.
Okay, and the same thing we happened, for example, from 20th January until let's say 1st June. Okay, two small tests and one big test. Also, if you didn't do well on these tests, you can go and in front of the class, a teacher can ask you. You can I want to have a better grade. I prepared myself and I want to and you're doing in front of the whole class. You're doing some assignments. So we used to have 6 tests. I'm speaking only about math. Okay, 6 tests about 1 year, two big and 4 small tests. Okay, but in other subjects, you mentioned 70. How much? 70
tests for all subjects. All tests. That includes 50-minute test, 45-minute test, one class test, end term test, and midterm test.
Wow.
So this is my approximately about 70 tests per year.
Wow. That is quite.
But I think that when I going up, I think that when I'm going up for grade 12, maybe that number can go up to 100. Might.
100.
Might. This is my prediction.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, and how about other subjects? Okay, so what are you doing on the literature test? Okay, can you describe a little bit? What is something that you're doing on this test?
So I just test about the skills and do.
Okay.
Yeah,
and can you explain a little bit? Okay, I didn't quite follow it. Okay, can you say something more about this?
So my test is basically that there are questions, and it's basically that I think that my test is I think that about 99% same from your test, from your old test. It's just nothing. It's just you do a lot of questions if you get if you correct if you have one correct that you can get point, if you want incorrect that you lose point, just like that.
Okay, but you need
It's
to answer. You need to answer. Okay, and how about science test? Okay, so what do you do on science tests?
So science task that in physics that they have two things that I'm literally stuck about. The physics, I have to I have to draw a electric circuit.
Electric circuit.
Yes. And about the chemistry, there is one thing that is balance, chemical equation.
Can you show me one of examples?
Okay. So wait. What is about the chemistry? So balance chemical equations. Okay. Okay, this is one that I'm very popular about. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is the chemical equation when it's fully balanced. There's also something like this. If you mix carbon dioxide with water, you get glucose with oxygen. It's fully fully balanced. No, I think that this is like before you get an equation like this, and we'll try to balance it. So if you want to explain how I'm gonna do that, or I just give the result, you have two options now. You have two options. I think that I will give you a fully explanation, but it took some time. And the next thing is you just want me to small the answer instantly. So what did you choose?
Okay.
So what did you choose?
Let me see.
Yeah, you choose explanation or answer.
Oh, I didn't know because I'm not so good in this.
Yes. So if you want if you want answer after it's balance, or you want explanation.
I was not so good in this.
Yes. So I think that we just skip it right now.
Okay, no problem.
I think that the more I talk, the confusion you be. So we can stop at this.
Okay, because to be honest, I don't want to lie. I'm not so good in this subjects. Okay, and okay, so this is this is chemistry, of course. Okay, I understand that this is chemistry. And how about physics? Okay, I'm familiar with physics. I'm better in physics than chemistry.
Because I can search that during a electric circuit is even so wait. So I would okay. I think that I can't search about any image in here. Oh no, I found it. So I will send you the image. This is all of the symbols I have to use to draw an electric circuit.
Okay, let me see. Switch open. Okay, that cell.
This is a symbol, so I use this to like drawing electric circuit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and do you find this is hard for you?
It's very, very hard because I don't know how this thing actually works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that the test I will have to test on, if I count right, is if I count right, the 6th of, I think that about the 6th of March. 6th of March, I will test.
Okay. Now let's see. Okay, and what other do you have? For example, we used to have a math and physics. Yes. Okay, together. Did you, for example, we have here some assignments. For example, you are, let's say, okay, you are, for example, in Da Nang. Okay, the train from Hanoi will go with this speed, approximately, let's say, 100 kilometers per hour. From Ho Chi Minh City will go 140, for example, kilometer per hour. What do you think? Which train will come to Da Nang first? From Da Nang or from Hanoi? Did you have ever had? I just give you one example. Did you ever had these assignments like this?
Yeah, this is very easy because I recently know that I already know that the distance between Hanoi and Da Nang is about 773 kilometers per hour. No, 73 kilometers. It will take you 13 and a half hours with a car. So nice thing is about the train. It will be 17 hours because it go much slower. It's slower than an average motorbike.
Okay, I want to give you one assignment.
Yeah, you're not even crazier. It took 168 hours if you're walking. So 7 days straight. But the Ho Chi Minh City and Da Nang is like much more closer. So yes, the distance is about wait. The distance is about 959 kilometers. Wait, I think that I'm wrong. I think that is I'm wrong. Maybe that with going Ho Chi Minh City is will take less time.
Okay. Okay. Now let's see. I want to give you one assignment. Okay. I want you to give me. Okay.
I will try to solve. I will try to solve it with calculators and my brain.
Okay. Okay. So from my city, I live in this city. Okay. So this is my city where I live. We call this city Novi Sad. Yeah. Okay. This is the second.
I already did the first. Yes.
Yes. This is the second biggest city in my country. The biggest city in my country or capital city is Belgrade. Okay. Now, the distance between these two cities is around 84 kilometers. 84 kilometers, yes. When I use speed train, really fast train to move from one to another, it doesn't matter. Okay, I came to Belgrade in 36 minutes. Okay, so I want you to calculate how much is that per hour? What is the speed per hour?
Oh, yeah, I think that is very easy. Can you like give me a single second to make a calculator right now?
Of course, yes, of course. Yeah. Let's try it.
Okay, I have my calculator right here. I solve it. I will solve it one by one so you can see it. Right. Okay. Okay. Very easy.
Okay.
I think easy. They must complete 5 students.
Around. Yeah. Okay. And how much is the speed for your trains in your country? Okay. So here is 140 kilometers. So how much is the speed, for example, about the trains in your country?
It's go like turtle.
It's
About 60 kilometers per hour. 60 kilometers per hour. So I think that your train is about 2 times more fast than a train.
Okay.
It's a very very uncomfortable. So nobody uses train. It's slow. It's slow. It's uncomfortable because you have to sit with more people. So either they make noise or baby cries. You can't do anything. So cars is much better. I think that's something to cars, planes, or motorbikes because you don't annoy anyone and it's much more comfortable.
In my country, right now, I'm speaking right now. It's much better to go by train. It's much better to go by train because
I think it's very comfortable and
yeah,
it's much faster than a car.
yes, because I just want to tell you something interesting. When I first traveled with my wife, we used because my younger sister, she's living with her husband in Belgrade. So we used to have something like we sat down. Okay, we have our seats. We sat down, face to each other, and someone was asked us about coffee. They want to serve us coffee. Do you want coffee? And I was saying yes. Give us 2 coffees. Okay, so we want to drink some coffee, and 15 minutes later, okay, they need time to prepare coffee. They have other passengers that who wants to get some other beverages or drinks, and after 15 minutes, they came and we only have 16 minutes to drink coffee. Coffee was very hot, and
Yes.
we and my wife couldn't drink coffee at this time because it was so fast. Yeah, and I live because I used to live in a city, a small, very small city between Belgrade and Novi Sad. I used to live there, and I was first time when I was go to this my hometown. This is hometown. When I used to go to my hometown, it takes 18 minutes to come to my hometown.
Wow.
18 minutes.
Fast. Yes.
Very
It's
fast.
a hyper-speed train.
Very speed train, and we didn't get used to it. For example, uh 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago, we used to have trains like in your country, very slow trains.
So comfortable, very noise.
Yeah. Okay. You couldn't do anything. You traveled, for example, to my home city. I used to travel for 1 hour. It was 30.
Very slow and steady, right?
35 kilometers is my hometown. The distance from my hometown to this town is around 35 kilometers. So and you need 1 hour. Very slow. Very slow.
Yes.
Yes.
It's slower than a motorbike, but you cost. Yeah, but it costs like. If the road was uncomfortable, the seats was very uncomfortable. It's very noise, and it was like a very like hard to travel. So nobody choose that, right? But right now, there's a huge difference. It's like much more comfortable, much faster. There's some food, and you have bigger seats, right?
And it's much cheaper. Let's say much cheaper, because for example, if you want to travel by car, okay, for example, you need 84 kilometers to go in this direction to come back. That is with city drive, because you need to go through the city. So you need to have, for example, gas for 100 and let's say 80 kilometers, because you have a city drive. You need to go around the city. Okay, and you need, for example, this is like let's say I want to calculate. This is around $30. You need $30 to go and back. In my country, the price of the gas is very expensive, so you need $30 for this, or $25 to $30 for this experience. Okay, so the next thing, what you need, okay, when you came, you need to, for example, if you stay somewhere, you need to pay a parking spot. That is another, I don't know how much, so you need to pay that. But if you travel by train, okay, the cost for the train to go in that direction and come back is around $9. $9 for me. So I need $9, and I need $1, one more dollar, if I want to, for example, to use public transportation. For example, to move, because Belgrade is a very big city. So okay, so they will leave me on a train station, but I need to use the public transportation to move from one part of the city to another part of the city and came back. Okay, so this is around 50 cents. It's around $1. So basically I need $10. But if I go by car, I need a lot of money. I need $40.
Wow, 4 times more expensive for the same distance, right?
So for the same distance, but with the train is much faster. So yes,
I think that our cost is like being like push behind because of the train, right?
Yes, and did you ever? I want to ask you something. Okay, you used to have. Did you ever travel to Ho Chi Minh City?
No, I haven't. I don't have any opportunity to go to Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay, and would you like, for example, to visit Ho Chi Minh City? Would you like, for example, to travel by train to Ho Chi Minh City?
No, I think we'll take about. I think that we will do a small calculate the distance to Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Is about 1,137 kilometers. So consider the amount of if the train travels about 60 kilometers per hour, which means it would take about 19 hours. 19 hours. You will not spend 19 hours on a train. You can't go outside. You can literally just stay there with your phone.
19 hours.
Yes, 19 hours. 1,137 kilometers minus by 60 kilometers per hour. It's about 18.95.
Okay, let's use the speed of train in my country and see how much time do we need. For example, if we go approximately 140 kilometers per hour, how much?
So it only take about 8.1 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It only take about 8.1 hours, which is very fast.
So this is not so.
Yes.
It's not a problem to travel.
Very comfortable. I think that if you like accept a train that is like driving overnight, you just slept, and when you wake up, you're already in Ho Chi Minh City.
Or you go in the morning, for example, at 8 a.m. and you will come, for example, in Ho Chi Minh City, let's say approximately 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., something like this.
Yes, but I think that consider the comfortably. I think that consider about the comfortably that the train has. I think it should be worth. You just staying there and use your phone. Because of use your phones that makes the time goes very fast. And I think that you can use your phone for 8 hours and you can know it, but I think your eyes will hurt a lot.
Or maybe you can sleep. Maybe you can sleep.
Do you have any entertaining ways to reduce the boringness in trains except of phones?
No, I think no.
So just surf the internet or Facebook or TikTok for about 8 hours.
Yes. Yes, this is something that is interesting. But yes, this is something that can be boring. But when we used to travel, for example, from long distance, I'm saying long distance when you use, for example, buses, long buses from one city to another city, but the distance is more than 100 kilometers per hour. We used to have some TV shows, they did, or movies. They show us movies. You have, for example, 2 or 3 TV screens with the movies that you can watch some movies. But yes, but bus is very slow, like train, so not so good. But when I travel with airplane, you used to have, for example, you put your headphones, you have on your seat, you have, for example, movie that you want to watch, and it's really convenient. But I want to tell you something interesting. When I traveled, okay, you have here in Europe, you have here low cost airplane, low cost. That is like some companies that have low cost. That means, for example, that airplane ticket is not so expensive. It's really cheap. It's really cheap. For example, I need around $1,000 if I want to come in one direction to Vietnam. I Google about it. That means I need $2,000 to come to Vietnam and come back without, for example, place to stay. I need to pay more money. Okay, what happened with low-cost airline companies? You need, for example, it's around 2,000 kilometers. I want to show you something interesting. 2,000 kilometers. You used to have, for example, 2,000 kilometers from Belgrade to Bristol. Okay, I think that it's spelled like this. Okay, so.
Okay.
2,000 kilometers. And do you know the price of the ticket? How much was it? It's like $50.
Yes.
Ridiculous. And but the place where I land with the airplane was was Charleroi. That is also one city close to the Brussels. So that means that I need to use one public transportation to go with the bus, and I need half an hour, for example, to go with the bus from this airplane, where airplane lands, to this city. The ticket, bus ticket, was $38 to go back and forth.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, to go back and forth. Yeah. Airplane, but you have the distance between for example, Belgrade and it's around 2,000 kilometers. I pay $50 for this ticket, but the public transportation, 35 kilometers. That means, for example, 70 kilometers. I paid $38. Madness. Okay, so. Yes. But that means that this it's much convenient to travel by airplane. It's much faster. It's much faster. Let's say transportation right now. So, okay. So, but what is the distance? You mentioned that it's shorter distance between Da Nang and Hanoi. Is that right?
So the distance from Ho Chi Minh is yes, it's about 700 kilometers.
Okay. So 700 kilometers. So how much time do you need, for example, if you're traveling by a fast train? How much time do you need?
So I can Google it back. So distance between Da Nang and Hanoi. Ho Chi Minh, Da Nang, Hanoi. Okay, so okay. Da Nang and Hanoi. Okay, it's about 766. So 766 minus by 140 is 5.5 hours.
It's not so. It's not the problem. What do you think? Or you will be bored after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 or 6 hours.
But you know that if you go by car, it will take you 13 hours. By train.
Much faster.
15 hours. Actually, it's 15 hours. And about the walking, it takes 168 hours. It's very, very time consuming.
Yes, but if you go with small, if you go with a train that is not so fast, so what will happen?
I don't know. I don't know what happened next.
Okay, so you will travel. Okay, and for example, if the speed of the train is 60 kilometers per hour, how much time do you need?
60 kilometers in 2 hours. So if you go 60 kilometers in 2 hours, so the speed is about 30 kilometers per hour.
So you need
about I think that about 2 hours to go there.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Now and did you ever, for example, heard that someone is using a motorbike to go from one distance to another?
Motorbike to go one? No, I don't know.
Okay, and would you like, for example, what do you think about someone who is using a motorbike to go? How much money and how much, for example, days people need if they go with motorbike from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City? Is this even possible? Because I'm asking you because I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, not even motorbike, but someone you'll see that using bikes to travel from Hanoi to KhangN, the lowest in Vietnam. They travel by bike 2,600 kilometers in 39 days. So they drive they use the bike 66 kilometers per day. Pretty tough. So considering that, back to the situation you have just made. So the average speed of motorbike is 30 kilometers per hour, an average in Vietnam. So 1,137 divided by 30 is 38 hours.
Yes, this is like this speed is I don't know how to describe it, but this is something that is yes, but okay, so you have yes, but everything it's not so flat. When you travel, probably you have mountains. You have okay, so probably if you have a mountain, you will need much force, much power to overcome this mountain, or let's say like this mountain, and that is the problem, because you will not travel as fast as that. So you need to go up. So you will need to use much force. And where I didn't saw, for example, on the map, how much Do you have big mountains between Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City that when you need to travel? Do you have some big mountains when you need to
No,
travel?
I don't know any big mountains, but most of them just road straight up to the hill. So yeah, not a very.
Okay, so you are familiar with this going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yes.
Okay, and how much force, for example, do you need to be a good athlete, or do you need to have a good, for example, bike or motorbike if you want to go through these mountains? What do you think?
I don't know. I haven't tried that.
And would you like to try it? For example, not the distance that is not okay so big. For example, 50 kilometers. Would you like to try to do that?
And no.
Because
it's very tough.
It's very tough. Okay. And what do you think about extreme sports? What is your opinion about extreme sports?
I think that some people who like big things, or they don't scared that they can try it. About me, I don't.
Okay, and what do you think? Which extreme sports is the most dangerous that you used to saw? Okay, I understand that you don't want to try it, but which extreme sports is really, really hard?
So I think that is like bungee jumping. Do you know about that?
Bungee jumping?
Yes.
Okay, and why do you think so?
So I think that I consider that because it's like I think it's probably because that no, I don't have any reason. I think that is the toughest.
And did you ever heard about volcano surfing?
No, I don't know.
Do you know what is that?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you go. It's very dangerous. So when you have eruption of volcano, you know that lava came out, and lava goes out, and you use, for example, some board that is made of very, very complex material, and you stay on the board and you go through lava on the lava.
Yeah.
And if you fall down, you will die.
Yes.
So what do you think about that kind of sports?
I think it's very risky and I don't want to try it.
I am aware of this. Okay, do you know any other extreme sports?
No, I don't know. I don't know about bungee jumping.
Bungee jumping.
Bungee
jumping. And do you know what is mountain bike riding?
No.
Okay, so when you go, for example, when you ride your bike, you go to the mountain, but you're going so fast, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, do you have something like this in your country? Because if I saw correctly, your country has a lot of mountains. Yeah. So what do you think about people who are doing sport like this? What is your opinion about them?
So I think that my opinion is about it like maybe I don't have any opinion about this. I just see that it's very, very like it's I don't know how to say it, but it's still very beautiful.
Okay, and why do you think so?
I think so because I think that I like seeing that big mountains like that.
Okay. Okay, now that is quite nice. Okay, so we can stop here. Now, I want to ask you, do you have any questions for me about our class?
I don't have any opinion.
Okay, so you don't have, did you like it? Did you didn't like it?
I think I really like it.
Okay, so we mix a little bit math, physics, science, everything. Yes. Okay, so now I need to go because I have another class in a couple of minutes. I wish you a good night. I know it's late in your country. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye.